ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। योऽन्तः प्रविश्य वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चापि वृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। So today is a very auspicious day where all of us recount, even the acharyas who are guiding the society, they all do a very special puja. So recounting the great service done by various acharyas in transferring this knowledge from generation to generation. So this is indeed a strange coincidence and a pleasant coincidence that we are starting Kathopanishad in the Vedanta Muktavali today. So nothing was anticipated. So this Kathopanishad is one of the most interesting Upanishads, which commences with a very interesting episode. And this episode has become all the more popular because of, in the recent times, because of the water show that you find in Akshardham. In Akshardham, in the evening, they have a nice water show wherein they actually depict this Kathopanishad episode. It's a very interesting thing I saw a long back. This Kathopanishad belongs to Yajushakha. So of the Upanishads, various Upanishads that we have, Kathopanishad belongs to Yajushakha. Yajurveda. Even in Yajushakha, so we have broad division as Shukla Yajurveda and Krishna Yajurveda. And in Shukla Yajurveda, so we have Ishavasya Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So Ishavasya was covered. In Krishna Yajurveda, so we have Taittiriya Upanishad, which actually forms a part of the Krishna Yajurveda Brahmana, and those who are Krishna Yajurvedis, they always study this Taittiriya Upanishad. This Katha Shaka is one of the Shakhas. So we, among Krishna Yajurveda itself, we have Maitrayaniya Shakha, we have Katha Shakha, we have Tittiri Shakha. So Taittiriya is something which is extremely popular, and that is what is in vogue. Whereas the other ones, I mean, we hardly find people. So this Kathopanishad belongs to Katha Shaka. What is this Katha mean? We find evidences in the literature to understand the word Katha to refer to the name of a rishi. Mahabharata, while listing the name of a few sages, it mentions Katha. Even in Panini Vyakarana, there is a sutra, Katha Charaka, so there is a name. So Katha and Charaka are mentioned there. So Katha is the name of a rishi. Therefore, Kathopanishad can be understood as the Upanishad which has been enunciated, revealed by a Muni called Katha. You can think of that way, or which got revealed. And this is stated as Kathopanishad as well as Kathakopanishad. If you look at Taittiriya Brahmana, so there is Aranyaka and Kathaka is what they say. Kathaka, there are 3 prashnas. Aranyaka, there are 10 prashnas, 10 prabhatakas. So this Taittiriya actually forms the last 4 of the Aranyaka, whereas Kathaka itself is 3 prabhatakas are there. This Kathaka is also derivable from Katha. So ye Kathashakham adhiyante te Kathakaha. So that is how one can understand. So Kathakopanishad is also the name that we find, Kathopanishad or Kathakopanishad. This Kathakopanishad basically begins with a very interesting episode. So the episode starts with the mantra Ushan Haviva Jashravasa Sarvaveda Sandadau Tasya Hanachiketa Nama Putra Asa. This is the first mantra of the Kathakopanishad. To give you an overall picture of what Kathakopanishad consists of, I would just say that it has 6 vallis. The 6 vallis are divided into 2 adhyayas. First adhyaya having 3 vallis and the second adhyaya also having 3 vallis. There are very popular mantras which are oft quoted. They are all primarily from Kathopanishad. Many mantras. Okay. So we will see as we proceed in the Upanishad. And the famous character is Nachiketa. Many people keep the name Nachiketa, Nachiketa Tiwari. So they have this Nachiketa as a name. Nachiketa, I don't think there is any derivation. It should be just taken as a Samjna Shabda. So I don't think people have attempted to give. Ushan Havaiva Jashravasasal Vaveda Sandadau. So this is the first mantra that we find in Kathakopanishad. So here Bhagavad-pada's commentary commences with Tatra Akhyayika Vidyastutyartha Ushan. Then he says Kamayamanaha. Kamayamanaha means the one who is desirous of. Who was desirous of? Vajashravasaha. Vajashravasaha. So the meaning is Vajam actually means Annam. Vajam means Annam. The one who was extremely popular by way of sharing Anna. Okay, so that is what the word Vajashravasaha. So that is nicely explained by Bhagavad-pada. Ha vai iti vrittartha smaranarthau nipatau ushan havai. This indeed was the story. So ha vai etc. They are all nipatas. So that this is well known. Okay. Vajam annam taddanadi nimittam shravaha yashaha yasyasaha vajashravaha. So from Vajashravaha we have the name Vajashravasaha tasya apatyam. The son of Vajashravaha is Vajashravasaha. So this person, Ushan, means Kamayamana. Saha, what did he do? Vishvajita sarvamedhena tat phalam Kamayamana. So initially Ushan Kamayamana. So here he is basically performing a certain yajna. Vajashravasaha is engaging himself in a yajna, and this yajna was supposed to give him see, Vishvajita is the name that is being given. Vishvajita sarvamedhena tatphalam kamayamanaha saha tasmin kratau sarvavedasam. Sarvavedasam. So Acharya explains this as sarvasvam dhanam. So Vedas essentially means wealth, whatever he possesses. Sarvavedasam dadu. So there are certain rituals in which you may have to empty all your belongings. So this is one such yaga. So this is the background that you have to keep in mind. So Vajashravasaha, the son of Vajashrava, was engaging in a certain yajna in which all that he possesses has to be given away as dakshina. Sarvavedasam dadau. Now the story continues. Tasya Nachiketa nama putra asa. So the grandson of Vajashrava is Nachiketa. So Nachiketa nama putra asa. He was there. Now he says, Tagumha kumaragum santam dakshinasu niyamanasu shraddha vivesha so manyata. This is how the next mantra is. Tamha kumaram santam dakshinasu niyamanasu means as the father was giving away dakshinas, this boy was observing. Dakshinasu niyamanasu. One by one, all that he possesses, he is giving away. Dakshinasu niyamanasu shraddha vivesha. Shraddha avivesha means he was really overcome by shraddha. What does this mean? So that we will see in a little while. But before that, Bhagavad Pada says in his commentary, Tam ha nachiketasam kumaram prathama vayasam santam. He is a very young boy. That is what we have to just understand. So the age etc. is not known. Prathama vayasam santam could be 8, could be 16. Definitely before 16. Prathama vayasam santam apta prajanana shaktim balameva. That is why he is saying almost 16. You should just say apta prajanana shaktim balameva shraddha astikya buddhi. Shraddha means astikya buddhi. What is this? In fact, we have this, right? We have this famous verse defining Shraddha. Shastrasya guruvakyasya satyabuddhyavadharanam sa shraddha kathita sadbhihi yaya vastupa labhyate. So this is how it is defined. So Shastrasya guruvakyasya satyabuddhya avadharanam. So this is what is defined as Shraddha. Now there is a Shastra which basically says that if you give good things, you will get good things. If you distribute something which is useless, you will only get useless things. So this is what Shastra says. So this boy was actually witnessing his father even giving away things which are useless. Even giving away things which are useless. But he did not know that this particular yaga demands that you give away all things, whether it is useful or useless. Okay, so this is where the problem is. So if you see Shraddha avivesha, okay, so he was thinking of Shraddha. Shastra says this: if my father gives away these things, so then he may be in trouble later. Okay, so that is what is bothering the son now. So that is known through the next mantra. So the next mantra says, third mantra, Pitodaka Jagthatrina Duddhadoha Nirindriyaha Anandanamate Lokastan Sagachati Tadadat. This is how the mantra goes. Pitodakaha Jagthatrinaha. Pitodakaha means, it basically is an adjective to cows. Pitodaka means once upon a time they were drinking water. Understand? Jagdhatrana means once upon a time they had the ability to eat grass. It happens, no? So even for human beings. So at some stage you cannot go and get water for yourself. So water has to be got by somebody. You will be there where you are. You cannot even walk. So then at some stage, even the ability to drink water will be gone. The ability to consume food will be gone. It has to be passed through some tube. Similarly, he is describing the cows are in such a state that even if things are offered, so they cannot consume them. So those things are being given is what bothers this fellow. Pitodaka jagdhatrina dugdhadoha nirindriyaha. Nirindriyaha means the prajana shakti is all gone long back. Anandanamate lokaha. Anandaha here basically means ananandaha. So those fellows who give this, so they may be landing into a loka where they may not have any kind of pleasure. On the other hand, they will be subjected to pains. So this kind of a feeling pains this fellow, Nachiketas, that my father is giving away these things. How is it possible? Tan sagachati tadadat. Therefore, what does he do? Therefore, he just goes to his father. Sahovacha pitaram. So there is a certain story in between. So he goes and tells the father that how is it possible, etc. That is not actually captured in the Upanishad. You should just assume that the father explains to this boy that I have to give away everything that I possess. Understand? So that is why I am just giving all this. So this is how you have to understand. Then as a small boy, so this fellow asks, I also belong to you. Who are you going to give me? Understand? So if everything has to be given, then I am also like a property. So who are you going to give me? So this is the question. See. Sahovacha pitaram tatakasmai mandasyasiti. Mam kasmai dasyati. Who are you going to give me? So the father kept quiet. He is a Balisha, he is not understanding. Dvitiyam, Tritiyam. So second time, he was patient. Third time, he somewhat lost patience. Once more, he said, Tadakasmi mandasyasiti dvitiyam tritiyam tagumho vacha mrityave tvadadamiti. So I am going to give you to Yama. Ekkada get to po. Okay, so this is what we say in Tamil. So you just get lost. Okay, don't keep pestering me. See, so this is what happens. This is the episode. Now, the episode commences with this. But these things are not actually narrated in great detail in Ramaraya's text. He just moves on with something else. So I just wanted to give you this episode for two reasons. One is to make you appreciate that there are certain yagas where Sarvasva Dakshina is given. So different yagas have different schemes of Dakshina, which is not understood by many people. The second reason to build the story is one thing. The second reason is, in some places I find a certain description which is given, which is done without a proper understanding of the text. So this Nachiketa, so there was a show which I saw where they are presenting the dialogue between father and the son as if the father gives away only useless things. Understand? It is a completely wrong thing. So because it is a Sarva Veda Sandado, it is very clearly explained by Bhagavad Pada. Whereas these people present, so it is a complete wrong depiction. So that you should be very careful. If you see that, you should just correct that. So that is the second reason why I built all this in detail. So with this background, so we will come back to the Upanishad once again. But let me start the first verse in the Vedanta Muktavali, Kathopanishad chapter. Okay. So I will say the verse, you repeat. Yashreyo bhilashatyavaptumanagha Yashreyo bhilashatyavaptumanagha Yashreyo bhilashatyavaptumanagha Mokshatmakam dhimata Mokshatmakam dhimata Mokshatmakam dhimata Tenahartheshu griheshu bandhushu Tenahartheshu griheshu bandhushu Tenahartheshu griheshu bandhushu Sutabhratranganasu Sutabhratranganasu kvachit Sutabhratranganasu kvachit Sutabhratranganasu kvachit Udyaneshu ratheshu bhumishu tano Udyaneshu ratheshu bhumishu tano Udyaneshu ratheshu bhumishu tano. I think we should have tanau. It should not be tano. See, tanau, there is a typo here. Because all are saptami. Udyaneshu ratheshu bhumishu tanau Udyaneshu ratheshu bhumishu tanau Udyaneshu ratheshu bhumishu tanau Svargopabhogeshvapi 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 Prityashe avidhaya shantamanasa Prityashe avidhaya shantamanasa Prityashe avidhaya shantamanasa Sushrushaniyo guruhu Sushrushaniyo guruhu Sushrushaniyo guruhu. As you can see, so he straight away starts with some other profound message which is to be given in order to absorb what is being stated in the Kathopanishad. So this is how Ramaraja begins. Basically, he is trying to paraphrase the state of mind of Nachiketa, as we will see in the Upanishad little later. So, with the other mantras going forward. So, he is capturing, in a sense, the maturity of this boy Nachiketa. So, that is what he is trying to do for us. He basically starts with the phrase Yashreyo bhilashati. So in the second valli of the Kathopanishad, we will have a mantra commencing with Shreyascha Preyascha Manushyametaha Tau Samparitya Vivinakti Dhiraha Shreyo hi dhiro abhipreyaso vrinite preyo mando yogakshemad vrinite. So this is how the second volume will commence. So Shreyaha and Preyaha. So these are two things which actually attract people. Shreyascha Preyascha Manush. They present themselves to every human being. One is the spiritual evolution, the other is material evolution. So Shreyascha Preyascha Manushya Metaha. So here he begins this verse by saying Yashreyo Bhilashati. Normally people go for Preyaha, and we find very rarely people choosing Shreyaha at the cost of Preyaha. So some people may want Shreyaha as well as Preyaha. Many people are only after Preyaha, and a handful of people are there who only seek for Shreyaha. So here he is saying those who are seeking only for Shreyaha, Yashreyo Bhilashati. So Yaha Shreyaha Abhilashati Avaptum, in order to get it. Okay. So in order to get it, those who desire Shreyaha. And he uses actually a word Anaghaha. Anaghaha literally means those who do not have papa. Agha means papa in Sanskrit. So Anaghaha means Navidyate Yasya Saha Anagha. So for whom Agha is not there. So Nishpapaha. So Anaghaha Yaha Shreyaha Abhilashati. So here this is actually a beautiful alankara. We have a alankara called Sabhipraye Visheshyetu Bhavet Parikarankuraha. So Sabhipraye Visheshyetu. Instead of putting Anaghaha, he could have put some Manushya. Right? Obviously, Anaghaha is going to be Manushya. Okay? So Anaghaha, when he uses, so it is, this Visheshya is presented with a certain intention. So Abhipraye Visheshyetu Bhavet Parikaram. So what is the Visheshya? What is the Vishesha that he wants to convey through this? Even for one to seek for Preyaha, so he has to be Anagha. If the mind is so cluttered, okay, so then the choice that you make may not be the right choice. So therefore, one has to be free from papa even to make the choice when it comes to us. Okay. So that is what is hinted through this Anaghaha. In fact, we have this famous saying, Jnanam utpadyate pumsam kshayat papasya karmanaha. Papasya karmanaha kshayat jnanam utpadyate. So jnanam utpadyate is at a later stage. In between, you have to choose the path for you to. So instead of reading this and that, you also have to spend some time reading this. So thinking about higher things in life. So therefore, that requires one to be Anagha. One to be Anagha, what does it mean? So in fact, in the previous class, we saw various gunas were listed. Amanitvam, adambhitvam, ahimsa, kshantirajyavam. So all these are essential for one to become anagha. So otherwise your life will be oriented towards things which may be directly involved with papa, which may be indirectly involved with papa. So not necessarily being very cruel and himsaka physically, but even being cruel and himsaka mentally is a huge papa. So these are very important things that we need to keep in mind in preparing oneself for acquiring this state of mind. So therefore he is using this word anaghaha. Yashreyo bhirashatyavaptum anaghaha. What shreyaha here? Mokshatmakam shreyaha. That shreyaha is mokshatmakam, ultimate freedom. Okay? Mokshatmakam shreyaha. Then he says, dhimata tena. By that person, he is a wise man because he has made the right choice. Dhimata tena kim karyam. What is to be done? He says, artheshu griheshu bandhushu sutabhratrangana sukvachit udyaneshu ratheshu bhumishu tanau svargobabhogeshvapi. He is listing several things. So among the list, if you see, so we find material possessions as well as people listed. Artheshu, griheshu, bandhushu. These are all simple words. Suta bhratranganasu. So suta means son. Bhratranganasu, stri, and so on. Udyaneshu ratheshu bhumishu. So various other possessions that we would like to have. So I live in a flat which does not have a garden. So I go for a flat which has a garden. Then I leave the flat, I go for some other big house which has some other water pool also. So on. So all these things, udyaneshu, ratheshu, ratheshu, so various kinds of cars you can think of. Ratheshu, bhumishu, tanau, svargopabhogeshvapi. Then he says, prityashe, avidhaya. So that is what is the message that he gives. So you have to drop Preeti and Asha in all the things which have been listed here. Avidhaya Shanta Manasa. If Preeti and Asha are there, what do they actually mean? What is Preeti, what is Asha? They seem to be somewhat similar sounding words. So Preeti, Asha, Manoratha, Ichha. So all of them may seem to be somewhat quite similar, but there are certain distinctions which you have to understand and appreciate. Even Ramaraya, I think he explains here. So we will come to that little in a moment in his commentary. Avidhaya. Preeti basically means, he says, labdheshu kameshu preetihi. Then alabdheshu asha. So if one were to translate them in English, one can say attachment. Okay. So labdheshu kameshu, you desire for something and you get that something, then you develop a certain attachment towards that thing. Alabdheshu kameshu, you desire for certain things and you only hope that you may get it. So then it is called asha. In fact, there is a beautiful verse. This asha, this Bhartrhari, he says, asha nama nadi manoratha jala Trishna taranga kula ragagrahavati vitarka vihaga dhairyadrumadvamsini mohavarta sudustarati gahana rottunga chinta tati tasyah paragata vishuddha manasaha nandanti yogishvaraha. I'll tell you, this is a very nice verse, so we have to understand that. This distinction between Preeti and Asha and Manoratha, I mean, they are all nicely brought out even in this verse. So he says, Asha nama nadi. So that is to be conceived as a river. So when you say river, it is not only referring to water, it refers to the bank, it refers to various other things which are associated with the river, it refers to the flow, it refers to the waves, it refers to all things which are associated with it, right? So Asha is conceived as a nadi. Asha nama nadi. And then he says, Manoratha jala. Manoratha jala. This Manoratha is what is being listed. Manoratha means. So there are two ways in which you can even derive the word Manoratha. Manasaha rathaha Manorathaha or Manaha rathaiva. Both ways you can do. It basically refers to the various desires that we have. So these are various things. Artha, Kama, Griha and so on. Manoratha jala. River without water is meaningless. So the various, so this is a much larger concept. Manoratha jala, Trishna taranga kula. So in between the deep longings that we have, so those are the tarangas, the waves which come up. Trishna taranga kula. And then he cautions, Ragagrahavati. Raga is the great attachments that we have. Okay. Graha means crocodile. Raga grahavati vitarka vihaga. Vihagaha means birds. Okay. So as we keep desiring for various things, as the birds fly in various directions, so our thoughts fly in various directions. And because of this, the Kavi says, Dhairyadrumadvamsini. So river means on the banks of the rivers you will find a lot of trees. And when this grows, Manoratha when it grows, remember, as the water rises. See, Manoratha is the jala. Okay. So when it goes beyond a certain limit, all the trees will be washed away. Dhairyadrumadvamsini. Dhairyadrumadvamsini. No, it happened. I know a few cases in my own family. They were running some small business, they were doing well. At some stage, the desire to expand, finished. Okay? Family perished. Dhairyadrumadvamsini. They're all, I know in my childhood, I mean, they're all very, very strong people only. But some stage just happens. Dhairyadrumadvamsini mohavarta sudustarati gahana. Then he says delusion in between. Avarta means the whirlpools. Mohavarta sudustarati gahana. Rottunga chinta tati. So now the final message is Tasyah paragataha. So normally this seems to be absolutely impassable river. But Vishuddha manasaha nandanti. Tasyah paragataha. means, so Vishuddha Manasaha, those who are there, those who have trained themselves, keeping higher objectives in life, Nandanti Yogishvaraha. Now, what is the message that Ramaraja wants to give by opening Kathopanishad with this? The idea is, Nachiketa was once a Yogishvara. So Yama basically tempts him with a variety of things. So we will see all that in greater detail. He says, Shata Ayushah Putra Putran Vrinishva Bahun Pashun Hasti Hiranyamashvan Bhumer Mahadayatanam Vrinishva Swayancha Jiva Sharadoya Vadicchasi. He says, ask for 100 years of life if you want. If you want more, you can ask. Whatever you want, you can ask. Putra Putran Vrinishva. So here he is listing all of them. Putra. There are some people, see, Putra Nasti, Pautra Nasti. All are a problem. See. So Putra Putran Vrinishva Bahun Pashun. To maintain them, I need all resources. Get whatever. Bahun Pashun Hasti Hiranyamashvan. I need a beautiful land. So here he lists, Udyaneshu Ratheshu. Bhumer Mahadayatanam Vrinishva Swayancha Jiva Sharadoya Vadicchasi. I have all of them. I am short-lived. No, really. Then he actually says, Ye Kama Durlabha Martya Loke Sarvan Kaman Chandatah Prarthayasva. Ima Rama Saratha Saturyaha. I will supply you whatever you want. If you want to enjoy with women, you can enjoy with women. Ima Ramaha Sarathaha Saturyaha. Wherever you want, you can go with them. See, we go with them. Saratha Saturyaha. Ima Rama Saratha Saturyaha. Nahi Desha Lambhaniya Manushi. Manushya cannot get like this. I will give you Apsaras. All that is. But then this fellow says, hey, Shvobhava Martyasya Yadanta Kaitat Sarvendriyanam Jarayanti Tejaha. Whatever you give, I may indulge myself in such pleasures. But ultimately, if I look back later, they have just taken my energy and strength. What else has remained? Sarvendriyanam Jarayanti Tejaha. And you say, I will give you 100 years, I will give you 200 years. What is this 100, 200 years in the long time? Api sarvam jivitam alpameva tavaiva vaha stavanratya gite. Let all of them with you. You say, you will bless me with infinite resources, riches. Nagittena tarpaniyo manushyaha lapsyamahe vittamadrakshma chetva. So he says, none of them, when I look back and seriously think about, he is going to be with me. In the long run, I may not be in a state to enjoy them also. How long? So therefore, he is saying, that is why he is commencing with. So commencing with what has been there in the mind of Nachiketas. It is that ultimate Vidya which is going to give me satisfaction, which is not going to me hanker for things anymore, is what I need. So he says, so Prityashe Avidhaya. So it is capturing the mind of Nachiketa. He is doing in the very first verse. Prityashe Avidhaya Shanta Manasa. Shanta Manasa Sushrūshaniyo Guruhu. Guruhu Sushrūshaniyaha. So let me read this verse once more. Yashreyo Bhilashatyavaptu Managha Mokshatmakam Dhimata Tenartheshu Griheshu Bandhushu Sutabhratrangana Sukvachit Udyaneshu Ratheshu Bhumishu Tanau Swargopabhogeshvapi. See, so Swargopabhogeshvapi. So that is what I was trying to hint you. Nahi Drishalambhaniya Manushyihi. So that is what Yama says. So that is the way to lure people. So he says, no, nothing doing. I don't want, I am not lured by anything. Swargopabhogeshvapi Pritya. See, I'm just reminded of, see, some people who have shared with me, see, they went to other places, leaving out India. So at some stage they felt that children are not so getting the right kind of environment here. They want to return back. So there is a problem. So you are used to some kind of a comfort. Okay? So at least no mosquitoes. So you cannot come back. So this is a big problem. Major problem. So they are exceedingly doing well, but children cannot speak Indian languages. Even if they say so the pronunciation doesn't come well. All kinds of problems are there. So Prityaha she avidhaya shantamanasa sushrushaniyo guruhu. Why does he say guruhu sushrushani? In fact, so it just so happens that today happens to be Guru Purnima, and we are ending with this word Sushrushaniyo Guruhu. Sushrushaniyaha does not necessarily mean you have to do physical service. That is okay. That is also one aspect of it. Guruhu Sushrushaniyaha means, so those great people who have shared these great messages with us. So you should have a liking for listening to them. So liking for listening to them and a deep desire to be spending time with them. So these really help. In fact, so this fellow was mentioning the other day, I want to spend time here. See, Sushrushaniyo Guruhu. Right? So it creates a certain environment. So this is something, it is all because of the kind of knowledge. So the knowledge which is absolutely invaluable. So which makes us realize what is really worth and what is really unworth. Okay? Unworthy of pursuit, worthy of pursuit. That viveka, it develops in us. So that helps us. So I think we will stop here because I may have to prepare for the other meeting which I am supposed to host and therefore I think we will stop here this class and we will continue in the next class. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhanaktu Sahavirjam Karavavahi Tejasvinavati Tamastu Mavidvishavahi Om Shanti 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 Sarve Sikhinas Santu Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om